As a parent leader, I'm consulting, I'm bringing in people from the communities. I'm trying to let parents know that they are leaders and that they can be able to identify themselves as leaders by showing, hey, if you're doing this for your child and you itemize and think about the stuff that you're doing, then you'll turn around and you'll see that you're doing the same thing as a leader, and then you just identify those strengths and weaknesses and work towards them. So it's like learn, write your goals, write your dreams, and put them together and write it, like they say, write a vision and make it plain. That's the way I did it, and it's been working. I love it. I love being, a part of this organization, because at first when I love being in the social atmosphere with talking with people and networking with people, because you never know who you may network with. And sometimes it's been a lot of good, and once you show people that it's fun to be part of, you love it, and it works. It really truly works.
The differences I'm seeing are many more relationships are being built between not only parents but also staff and parents, and then I see staff being more invested in how the family as a whole is doing.
As a child welfare specialist, I think it is so important that we attempt to prevent children from coming into care. The Strengthening Families component, school readiness piece, gets the kids at the front door, and hopefully will reduce the number of children who are abused, neglected, and end up in the care of the department. The better parents are their parents. And so the school readiness piece, Strengthening Families piece, allows us to focus on the kids when they're younger, 0 to 5, to get them ready for school, to get them excited about school, excited about learning, and also to protect them from being abused, neglected, or it gives us another eye into the home, so that we can see if something's going on with the child or with the family. So in the long run, it's a prevention method as well.
I'm proud to work for Strengthening Families because we've been so successful. 20, 30 years ago, we had a family focus early childhood care and education in Illinois. And today, or in the last 10 years, that shift has been away from the family and more focused on the child. And we know that the best thing for a child is a healthy, strong, and involved family. So Strengthening Families has offered us a way to do that, and it's enabled us to see over the last 4 going on 5 years that, hey, by the way, it works.
The differences I've seen is through the parent cafes. We've seen a lot of parents come to the table and not realize that they have support within their families or support within their communities. And then once they do the parent cafes, then they realize that there's other people like them, and it gives them their support system and a way of getting information and communicating with other parents.
I am proud to work with Strengthening Families because it's a great initiative that really brings everyone in our community together. We actually have a hub, a place that we can go to, and we can all talk about our different organizations and the issues we're having with families and getting them involved in their child's lives. And so we're not just doing it as professionals, us, teaching their children. It really brings us together with the parents and the parents with their children, and it makes a huge difference in a child's education and the family's lives when we can get them to connect. And so by us coming together every month as a hub in Peoria as providers, we figure out the best way to serve families as a whole, not just the child. We're giving the parents a place where they can have a parent cafe, where they can talk to each other and help each other with the problems they're having, which makes a huge difference. Instead of professionals just talking at them, they have a place where they can relate to each other, which is really important, and I think it makes a huge difference. I think they get more involved in their child's education, and it makes a difference for everybody. The children want to come to school more, the parents spend more time talking with the teachers, communicating, and overall it makes a huge difference.
When you're working with somebody as opposed to for somebody, or when you're trying to teach something to somebody, it's a little bit of a different feeling than when you're working with somebody towards a common goal. So working with common goals, you can get much more accomplished.
The differences I see with Strengthening Families initiative is that we have provided the school district staff, pre-K staff, with tools strategies, materials, resources that they can use to go back and feel confident in their role of strengthening families, supporting parents, knowing how to communicate with them, recognizing the signs of neglect and child abuse, knowing the procedures to follow. I'm really proud that the majority of our pre-K programs have had all their staffs go through the online mandated reporter training offered by DCFS, and they've gotten their certificates. And that has impacted the districts at large, so that many superintendents have asked all grade level staff to go through the mandated reporter online training. I feel that this initiative is different in that there really is a partnership with DCFS. They are present and accounted for. They are at the table. We feel connected with them. There's open communication, sharing of information with the representatives that are at the monthly meetings. And I think it's really changing districts' perceptions of DCFS. It's much more positive now. Families are benefiting because they're learning the 6 protective factors. We are recruiting in our network parent leaders. Every district has a parent leader that's being trained to go back to their individual districts and work with parents by providing parent cafes. And there's the networking, the sharing of knowledge, recruiting more parents who then can go out into their communities, maybe to their churches, and they can do the parent cafes so that it's a ripple effect. And before you know it, everyone in that community knows what those protective factors are, and they're trying to implement those protective factors with the help of their school district programs, helping them with the opportunities to meet together in their facilities perhaps, continuing to share that knowledge that they're getting as a partner in our network. So it really is going to make a difference.